Hello students, welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. And in the last session already we have started group 15 of the p block elements, and we have discussed up to the variation of the atomic size. Now we will discuss the electronegativity, variation of electronegativity in the group 15 elements. Already you know what is electronegativity. What is electronegativity? In short, I will write electronegativity as En. What is electronegativity? We know that suppose a covalent bond is formed between two dissimilar atoms. I will take A and B. A is also having one unpaired electron, B also having one unpaired electron. These two atoms, they will undergo the mutual sharing of electrons to form a single covalent bond between them. Once the bond is formed, these two electrons are present in the bond. This bond belongs to A as well as B, and now the two electrons are called as what? Bonded pair of electrons. Now this atom B, it attracts the bonded pair of electrons towards itself. As a result, electron density is moving towards atom B. Then a partial negative charge is developed on the atom B. The same amount of partial positive charge is developed on the atom A here, because electron density is moving towards B, so that more electron density is coming on B and that much deficiency is produced on the atom A here. Now the tendency of this atom B to attract the bonded pair of electrons towards itself, this tendency is called as what? Electronegativity. Since it is attracting these electrons, I will call it as this is more electronegative element. Now what happens? This electronegativity is maximum, the tendency of the atom to attract bonded pair of electron towards itself, that is maximum in case of small size atoms. So this electronegativity is maximum for the small size atoms, and this is minimum for the large size atoms. In this case what happens? A is large size and B is what? Small size, like this it is. So this electronegativity is inversely proportional to atomic size here. Now we will discuss the variation of this electronegativity in the group 15. In the group 15, already we know that from nitrogen to bismuth, what happens? There is a increase in the atomic size. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and then bismuth. From nitrogen to bismuth, there is a increase in the atomic size. Down the group, atomic size increasing, what happens? Electronegativity decreases, because for small size atom what happens? Electronegativity is high. Large size atom what happens? Electronegativity is low. So from this point of view, we will write one sentence, that is down the group electronegativity decreases with increase in the size of atom from nitrogen to bismuth. So this is what the electronegativity of group 15 elements. Okay, down the group electronegativity decreases because size is increasing. Because what happens here? Electronegativity is maximum for small size atom, minimum for large size atom. With the help of this one, we can identify which is more electronegative and which is less electronegative. Okay. Next, we will go for ionization energy. Now, the variation of ionization energy in the group 15 elements and the comparison of ionization energy of group 15 with 16 and with the 14 elements. Already we know what is ionization energy. For instance, we know that this atom is having positively charged nucleus around which electrons are present in the different energy levels here. So this electron is present here, electrons are negatively charged and nucleus is what? Positively charged. Because of that, what happens here? There is an electrostatic force of attraction between them. What is ionization energy here? The amount of energy required to remove the electron from the neutral gaseous atom. Always we are removing electron from the gaseous atom. So if I want to remove this electron, I have to break the force of attraction between the nucleus and electron. For that, what I will do is I will supply some amount of heat energy. This amount of heat energy supplied that breaks the force of attraction between nucleus and electron, then electron is coming outside. Here, how much amount of energy is required to remove this electron, that is called as what? Ionization energy here. So the same thing we will do with a small size atom here. This is the nucleus, and again this is the energy level, electron is present. Now if we compare these two, this is a large size atom and this is small size atom. In the small size atom, electrons are very close to the nucleus, so that the force of attraction is maximum here. In this case, I have to supply more amount of energy in order to remove this electron. So here what I will call it as ionization energy for large size atom is less, ionization energy for small size atom is more, because more amount of energy is required, less amount of energy is required. Now, ionization energy is inversely proportional to atomic size. This is first point. Next, atomic size decreases, effective nuclear charge increases, force of attraction between nucleus and electron increases. As the force of attraction increases, more amount of energy is required. That's why ionization energy directly proportional to effective nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge increases, this also increases. Next point, this ionization energy is also maximum in case of the atoms which are having stable electronic configuration like NS2, NP6. Any atoms are having stable electronic configuration, then more amount of energy is required to remove the electron from such atom, because already we know that the atoms which are having exactly half filled and completely filled orbitals, they have got extra stability due to symmetrical distribution of the electrons. Next thing, here in case of ionization energy, this is maximum in case of what? Removal of electron from the s orbital. More amount of energy is required to remove the electron from s orbital as compared to d, and f here. S, p, d, f. This is called as penetration effect, we call it as. So these are the factors which affect the ionization energy. Now we will go to the group 15 elements, how these factors will affect the chemistry of group 15 elements. Now we know that as we go left to right, atomic size decreases. Group 15 elements, they are having smaller atomic size. Size of the group 15 elements is what? Small. Because of their small size, what happens? They are having high ionization energy. Next thing, size of the atom decreases, effective nuclear charge also increases. As effective nuclear charge increases, what happens here? Ionization energy increases. Next point, these group 15 elements, they are having NS2, NP3 configuration. Due to presence of exactly half filled p orbital, they have got extra stability. Again, it is difficult to remove the electron from the group 15 element. All these three factors makes the removal of electron very, very difficult. So that we will write all the above facts, all the above factors makes removal of electron very difficult. Hence, group 15 elements have high ionization energy. Now we will compare the ionization energy of group 15 elements. Top to bottom, what happens here? Atomic size increases from nitrogen to bismuth. So as atomic size increases, ionization energy what happens? Decreases, obviously. So down the group from nitrogen to bismuth, ionization energy decreases with increase in the atomic size. Okay, we know that down the group atomic size is increasing, then what happens? Ionization energy is decreasing. We will compare the ionization energy of group 15 and group 16 elements. Now I will write, this is a group 15 element, and we will write group 16 element, size of group 15, group size of the group 16. Group 16 elements, they have smaller size as compared to group 15. Due to their smaller size, they must have highest ionization energy. But here, due to the stable electronic configuration of group 15 elements, that is, they are having NS2, np3 configuration. Here they are having what? NS2 np4 configuration. Due to stability of exactly half filled p orbital, the removal of electron become very difficult in case of group 15 element as compared to group 16 here. From here you can remove electron easily. This is not stable configuration. This is the stable configuration. Because of this reason, what happens? The first ionization energy, I will call it as IE1. The first ionization energy of group 15 element is more than that of group 16 element due to the stable NS2 np3 configuration. Next, if I remove an electron from here and here we will remove another electron. After removing electron, what happens here? NS2 np2. Now this become as what? NS2 np3. Suppose if I want to remove the second electron, for that one I will call it as what? Ionization energy 2 here. Now the removal of electron become difficult in this case because of stable electronic configuration. Now this is not the stable configuration. So what happens? The second ionization energy of group 16 element is more than that of what? Group 15. For group 15, first ionization energy is more. For group 16, second ionization energy is more here. So that we can take an example of nitrogen and oxygen. This is a group 15 element. This is group 16 element. The electronic configuration of this one is what? 2s2 2p3 and its configuration is 2s2 2p4 now. Again, due to stable electronic configuration, the ionization energy, first ionization energy of nitrogen is more than that of oxygen, even though this is having larger size. This is I will write like this: large size of nitrogen, small size of oxygen. Next, again if you remove the electron from these two, what happens here? This configuration become as 2s2 2p2. This become as 2s2 2p3. Now this electronic configuration become as stable. Again it is very difficult to remove the electron from this configuration. Suppose if I take the second ionization energy, amount of energy required to remove the second electron, then in this case the second ionization energy of nitrogen is less than that of oxygen. Okay, this is what the comparison between the group 15 and group 16 elements here. Now we will compare the ionization energy of group 14 and group 15 elements. If I write group 14 element and group 15 element, again what happens here? This is NS2 np2. This is NS2 np3. Again I will take ionization energy 1, the first ionization energy, stable configuration, not stable. This is large size, this is small size. These two factors supports the high ionization energy. That's why the first ionization energy of group 15 element is more than that of what? Group 14. Again if I write group 16 in front of this one, what happens here? This is small size. Again its configuration is what? NS2 np4. This is being stable configuration. Again the ionization energy is more than that of group 16 element. This is what the comparison of ionization energy down the group and across the period from group 15 to 16 and 14 to 15 of the group 15 elements here. Okay, this is ionization energy. Now we will discuss the physical properties of group 15 elements. Now that nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth here. Now in this group 15 elements, only the nitrogen is available in the gaseous form and remaining 4 elements they are available in the solid form. Next thing, nitrogen and phosphorus, these two are non-metals. Okay, arsenic and antimony, these two are metalloids. Metalloids are nothing but what? Semi-metals which are having both metal as well as non-metal character. Next, this bismuth is the metal. We can observe here from non-metal to metalloid to the metal. Down the group, what happens here? Metallic character increases, because down the group what happens here? Atomic size is increasing. As the atomic size increases, the electrons are away from the nucleus. Because of this, force of attraction decreases, so that these atoms can easily give out the electrons. As the electron losing tendency of the atom increases, its electropositive character increases. As the electropositive character increases, electropositive metals are what? Electropositive elements are nothing but metals here. That's why as the electropositive character increases, metallic character increases here. Metallic character increases. That's why down the group what happens here? Metallic character increases. Down the group, metallic character increases with increase in the atomic size. With increase in the atomic size. Always you keep in mind, large size atom readily lose electron, they are electropositive in nature. Small size atom, they will not lose electron readily, they are what? Electronegative, they are having tendency to gain the electron. Always one thing you keep in mind, small size atoms are electronegative, large size atoms are what? Electropositive. These electropositive metals, they will lose the electron. These electronegative elements, they will gain the electrons. This is what the metallic character and physical states of the group 15 elements. Next point I will write boiling point here. Boiling point increases down the group from nitrogen to bismuth with increase in the atomic size, because down the group atomic size increases. As the size increases, van der Waals force of attraction increases. As the van der Waals force of attraction increases, their boiling point increases. One point you keep in mind here, boiling point or the melting point, they depends on what here? Molecular weight you can say, or if it is atom you can say it as atomic weight, and they also depends on what? Van der Waals forces. As van der Waals force of attraction increases, the melting point and boiling point increases, as well as with the molecular weight or atomic weight you can say here. So down the group boiling point increases from nitrogen to bismuth because of what? Increase in the size, van der Waals force of attraction increases here. Down the group boiling point increases with increase in size from nitrogen to bismuth. This is the boiling point. Okay. Next point is the melting point. In case of melting point, there is a small change is there. Melting point increases only from nitrogen to arsenic. Again from arsenic to bismuth, there is a decrease in the melting point. Here from arsenic to bismuth, the decrease in the melting point is because of weaker metallic bond present in the antimony and bismuth. Because in these two elements, only 3 electrons are available for the metallic bonding. Hence, they are having weak metallic bond. Hence, what happens? Their melting point decreases. The point is, melting point increases from nitrogen to arsenic, then from arsenic to bismuth, melting point decreases because of weak metallic bond. Because of weak metallic bond. Next point is density. What is the density? How density varies from top to bottom here? Density is equal to what here? Mass by volume. Down the group atomic size increases means atomic mass also increases. With increase in the atomic number, what happens? Atomic mass also increases. As down the group atomic mass increases means density also what? Increases here. Density also increases. That's why down the group density increases with increase in the atomic mass. Down the group density increases with increase in atomic mass. This is what the physical properties of group 15 elements. Now we will discuss the allotropes of group 15 elements. Allotropes are nothing but the existence of the same element in two or more forms which differ in their physical properties, but they are having what? Same chemical properties. Such elements are called as what? Allotropes here. So that the same element is present in the different form. They may have different physical properties, but they are having what? Same chemical properties. Okay, that is called as what? Allotropy. And the different forms of the element are called as what? Allotropes here. Okay, one element is present in the two or more forms, that is differing in its physical property, having same chemical property here. Okay, these allotropes arises due to different arrangement of the atoms in the molecule. In case of group 15, except bismuth, all the elements they will show allotropy, so that each element is present in one or more forms here. We will discuss the allotropes of group 15. Now we know what are allotropes. In case of group 15 elements, except bismuth, all the elements show what? Allotropy. In group 15, except bismuth, all elements shows allotropy. For example, first one I will write nitrogen. This nitrogen exists in two allotropic forms. One is alpha nitrogen and the second one is beta nitrogen. Alpha nitrogen is having cubic crystalline structure, and this beta nitrogen is having hexagonal crystalline structure. Okay, next phosphorus shows three allotropic forms here. It is existing as white phosphorus, red phosphorus, then black phosphorus. In black phosphorus again two forms are there, that is alpha black phosphorus and another is beta black phosphorus. The next element is arsenic. This is also existing in the three different allotropic forms, that is gray form, yellow and black. So arsenic is present in the three allotropic forms. The last element is bismuth. The last element is antimony. This is also existing in three different allotropic forms. This is yellow, black and explosive form. Keep in mind, in case of group 15, in case of allotropes, bismuth will not show any allotropes, only nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic and antimony, they are present in the different allotropic forms. This is what allotropes of group 15.